So we are saying for 2 by 2 matrix, the inverse, first of all, you get the determinant. After getting the determinant, we interchange the leading diagonal and then multiply the minor diagonal with a negative. The one that is in yellow are multiplied with a negative. And that's how you get the inverse. So let's do an example. So this is the matrix A. So if you want to get the inverse, we'll get the determinant first of all. F times 1 times 2 times negative 3. Then the inverse will be given by 1 all over the determinant. Then I come to the matrix. So the one in purple here, that one there, I will just interchange. And then the one in yellow, this one, and the 4, I'll multiply with a negative. So this is what I'll be able to get. 1 and 5, and then negative 3, negative 4, which you can still multiply throughout. I'm able to get negative 1 over 3, 2 over 3, 4 over 3, and 5, negative 5 over 3. If you multiply by the what? The inverse of the determinant. 3. Sorry, my voice was not clear because I was streaming another session for linear algebra in another class. Hope they will not look for me. So let's go to a 3 by 3 matrix now. We finish, then I give you an exercise. 3 matrix. So for a 3 by 3 matrix, we shall still do the same. We shall be able to do what? To get the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. We had done this one in the previous class. After we get the determinant, then we shall get the matrix of cofactors. And after getting the matrix of cofactors, then we shall be able now at least now to multiply the determinant, 1 over the determinant times the matrix of cofactors. I think I'll do 2 examples to demonstrate this one. Let's say you are given this matrix to get the determinant of this one. So first of all, I'll get the what? I'll get the determinant of this matrix. So remember we said in the previous class we must have the signs. So this one is positive always, negative, positive. We shall need all these: negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and positive. So the signs alternate, they usually alternate. So for the determinant of this matrix, it was easy to get the determinant. We shall take first of all the 0. The sign is positive, but 0 doesn't have any positive sign. Then we block now, we shall be able now to block. So when you block the first column and the first row, you remain with this you remain with negative 4, negative 2, 4, and 1. So you block. you block just the way we did is it for vectors? How we did it for vectors. Then the other one, the sign is negative. Then I have -3. Again, I block the column at the center and the first row. I'll remain with 1, -2, and then -3 and 1. And I'll be able to block the last one. The sign is positive, but I have -2. So I'll remain with the 1, -4, -3, 4. So when you're blocking, the sign for the determinant only works basically for the first row, only for the first row. The other signs that I've given will come in handy when you're looking for the matrix of cofactors. So you just block and you remember that it is positive, negative, positive, like that. So the first one, if you multiply 0 with anything, you'll still get 0. So this one will still be able to get 0. Then you'll get 3. When you multiply 1 times 1, that is 1. And then 1 minus 6, you'll get what? -5. The other one is a -2. That is 4. 4 minus 12. 4 minus 12. 4 minus 2, you get -8. So when you do this one, you're getting 16 minus 15 with the same as 1. So our determinant is 1 for that matrix. Our determinant is 1. So now, the matrix that we have now, we need to come and calculate now the matrix of cofactors now. The cofactors we shall come for each and every matrix. For each and every element of the matrix. And then we get the matrix of cofactors. So I'll repeat here my matrix now. We have gotten the determinant. Let me repeat here my matrix. Our A was given by 0, -3, -2, 1, -4, -2, -3, 4, and 1. This entry here is -2. So we need the matrix of cofactors. So again, the signs we have said very important will come in handy. This one was positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, and positive. So I'll start with the first element 0. I'll start with element 0. First of all, I get basically the determinant of the first entry. So I'll do them here. So I'll start with element 0. Element 0. So this one for element 0, it will be given the sign is positive. Then I block. I'll remain with -4, -2, and then 4, 1. So you can be able to see the sign. I'll put the sign. That is for element 0. Then I'll go for element -3. The sign is what? Negative outside. Again, I'll block the column and the row where -3 is. So I remain with 1, -2, and then -3 and 1. So if I do this one and I multiply with the sign, I'll get, let me see, I'm getting -4, -4, -4 plus 8. So I'm getting 4, and the sign is positive, so I remain with 4. The other one I'm getting is 1 minus 6, but the sign is negative. So the sign is what? Negative. Am I doing it the right thing? Let me check. So -3, I have 1, -2, -3, 1. So 1 minus 6. 1 minus 6, that is, but again, the sign is what? The sign is negative. So this one will be the same as what? 5. So I'll go again to the second element, which is -2. There the sign is positive. Again, I'll block. When you block, you remain with 1, -4, and then -3 and 4. When you do this one, you're getting 4. Hope that is correct. So I'm getting this one as that is 4 minus 12. The same as negative 8, and the sign is positive, so I'll just get negative 8. Confirm if that is what you are getting. Hope I've not done any mistake. Someone cannot be able to see my board again. Second what? To the second row, we have element 1. So for element 1, when you block, so when you block, you remain with negative 3, negative 2, and then for 1. Here the sign is what? For 1, the sign is negative. So that is negative 3 plus 8. That is 5. And then because the sign is negative, so you shall go to get negative 5. So that is for element 1. We are on the second. So we go to element negative 4. Here the sign is what? The sign is what? Positive. When I block, I will remain with 0, negative 2, and then negative 3, and then 1. If I do that one, I'm getting 0 minus 6, so it will remain as negative 6 because the sign is positive. So I'll go to element negative 2. Negative 2, and I block, I remain with 0, negative 3, negative 3, and 4. If I multiply, I'm getting there negative what? The sign is what? For negative 2, the sign is negative. The sign is negative. So I should end up with what? That is, am I correct? That is 0, negative 3, negative 3. That's correct. So this one I'm getting it as a 0 minus 9. 0 minus this negative 9. So the sign will be positive because of the negative. So I'll go like that again now to the what? To the other element, which is negative 3. Negative 3. Negative 3. Here the sign is positive. I go up and check. If I block, I remain with negative 3, negative 2, negative 3, negative 2, and then the other one will be negative 4, negative 2, negative 4, negative 2. If I do this one, I'm getting this one as 6. 6 minus 8. The sign is positive, so it will remain as negative 2. Go to the other one, which is element 4. The sign is negative. If I block this one for the 4, check the row and the column, you remain with 0, negative 2, 0, negative 2. Then when you come up, I am at 4. At 4, when you block the row and the column, you remain with 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2. If you multiply that one, you get a 0 minus 2. That is positive, but because of the sign, you'll get negative 2. Then we are on the final one now. The final one is 1. Element 1, the sign is positive. Let's go up on the element 1. So the element 1, when you block the row and the column, you're getting 0, negative 3. 0, negative 3. Go up again, and then 1, negative 4. 1, negative 4. So again, when you multiply, you'll get that is 0, minus, that is positive 3. Times are positive, you'll still be able to remain as 3. Now, the matrix of cofactors now, let's call it C, will be given by this. So I'll just come, the way I had done the entries, I was moving from left to right. So I'll just take the values that I got, the way from 0 to negative 3. So the first one I got was 4, 5, and negative 8. 4, 5, and negative 8. 4, 5, and negative 8. I was moving like that. And then the other one was what? -5, -6, 9, -5, -6, -6 and 9, -6 and 9. And then the other one was -2, -2, 3. -2, -2, 3. So that is the matrix of cofactors. So you must be able to get the matrix of cofactors first of all if you want to get the inverse by blocking and getting for each and every element. For each and every element, you block with the signs. They are very important. The signs are very, very important. The positive, negative, like that. So by getting the matrix, we shall now be able to get now the what? The transpose matrix. We transpose this one now. We get we transpose CT. If we transpose this one, you remember how you are transposing? You interchange the what? You interchange the row and the columns. So like the first one I have 4, 5. So 4 will have there 5 -8. We have done transpose. Then we have -5. I'm interchanging the rows and the column, and then 9. And then -2, -2, and 3. So basically, that's how I'm getting it. 4, 5. So you interchange. So that is the matrix of cofactors. Then you get the transpose of the matrix of cofactors. So you must transpose after getting the matrix of cofactors. So I'm almost done. So the inverse of A will be given by 1 all over the determinant of A, and then you multiply by CT. So our determinant was number 1. You multiply with 4, -5, -2, 5, -6, -2, -8, 9, and 3. Basically, when you multiply, we shall still get the same thing because when you multiply with number 1, you multiply, you just get the same. So that one will be the inverse of basically of that matrix. That one will be the inverse of that matrix. Get the last one is 3, -3. So let us confirm the last one. Okay. Someone is saying, "Oh, I'm not recording. You could have told me with the mic." So I think I'll have just to repeat again what I've done in that example. So let's go up again because for the sake of recording. So that is the matrix that we had. We got the matrix of cofactors by blocking for 1, for 0, for 5, for 2, for 1, for 6 with the signs that are there. So you block the column and you block the what? The row. And then you multiply. And then please don't forget about the sign. So these are the values that you are supposed to get. -24, 18, 5, 20, -5, -4, -5, 4, and 1. You can just be able to do this. Those are the values that we are concerned with, those ones. After blocking, we'll all be able to get all these values in yellow and purple. The one in yellow, they were to assist us to get the determinant. So you get all those values, they're supposed to be 9 of them. Then from there, you get the matrix of cofactors by just listing the values that you had gone across from left to right, -24, 18, 5. These are the values that we got. Then after getting those values, then we transposed the matrix by interchanging the rows and the columns. So for me, I normally like to do the row like this one here, and then it stands up now. It becomes my it becomes my column like that. My row becomes my column. So you do for each and every one. After doing that, we needed to come and get the determinant. So the determinant basically will be given going back to the matrix that we have. Again, the signs are very important. We have positive, negative, and positive. So again, you come to the element 1, you block. You come to element 0 and block, and 5 and you block together with the signs. And this we got our determinant to be the same as number 1. So our final task for us was for us to be able to do what? To multiply the what? The inverse of the determinant multiplied by the matrix of the transpose of cofactors, then we get the inverse. So you can be able to see the inverse will still remain the same because we are multiplying with number 1. Yes.